Tonight, I want you to pause and take a deep breath and really hear me when I say this. You are not at the end of your story. You are at the beginning of your greatest chapter. We live in a world obsessed with youth, a world that worships the new, the fast, the next. It tries to convince you that your value is tied to how much energy you have, how many followers you have, how many birthdays you haven't yet celebrated. It whispers that when your hair grays, when your body slows, when the mirror shows lines where there used to be none, you're somehow less. That's a lie. The truth? You've never been more powerful than you are right now. You've never been more you, because every scar on your body tells a story of a battle survived. Every line on your face is a roadmap of wisdom others haven't yet earned. Every gray hair is a crown you've worn through storms no one else even saw. You've lived through heartbreak and kept loving. You've lived through loss and kept giving. You've lived through failure and kept rising. You've lived through nights you thought you wouldn't survive. And yet, here you are. And you know what that means? It means you don't owe anyone any more explanations. It means you've earned the right to stop proving yourself. It means you have nothing left to chase and everything left to embrace, because the golden years are not about looking back in regret, and they're not about fading quietly into the background either. They're about finally living on your terms. They're about standing tall in your own skin and saying, I don't have to compete. I don't have to apologize. I don't have to explain. I am enough as I am, where I am, with everything I've become. These years are about peace. Not the kind of peace that comes from the world being quiet, but the kind of peace that comes from finally quieting the war inside yourself. These years are about dignity, not because the world gives it to you, but because you claim it no matter how anyone else sees you. And these years are about self-respect. Because if there's one thing age teaches you, it's this: you can love people without letting them walk all over you. You can give to others without emptying yourself. And you can still care deeply without sacrificing your soul to be liked. So tonight, I'm going to show you what it means to live your golden years with dignity, peace, and unshakable self-respect. I'm going to show you how to let go of the noise, rise above the drama, and finally step into the quiet power of your own presence. And by the time we're done, you'll realize you were never losing your light, or you were just learning how to shine in a way no one can dim. Are you ready? Let's begin. Let me tell you something powerful. Right out of the gate, no one alive has lived your life. No one has walked through your storms. No one has carried the weight you've carried and still stood up, still showed up, still kept moving. And yet, so many of you sit here, even in your golden years, apologizing for the life you've lived. You downplay your accomplishments, or you hide your scars. You tell yourself you should have done more, been more, said more. You replay old mistakes like they define you. And you let shame that doesn't even belong to you anymore, keep you from feeling proud of what you've survived. Tonight, that ends. Because here's the truth: everything you've lived through has shaped you into someone stronger, wiser, more resilient, and more worthy of love and respect than you've ever given yourself credit for. Your story is not just about what you've done right. It's about what you've come back from. The times you fell flat and still got up. The nights you cried yourself to sleep but still showed up for everyone else the next morning. The moments you doubted yourself but still kept going anyway. That's not weakness. That's courage. That's power. That's dignity. And you don't owe anyone an edited version of yourself. You don't have to explain your past to anyone who wasn't there to live it with you. You don't have to apologize for what you've done or for what you had to do to survive. Stop saying I'm sorry for the years you chose yourself. Stop saying I'm sorry for not being perfect. Or stop saying I'm sorry for the fact that you're still here, still standing, still learning. Instead, say this: I own my story. Every chapter, every line, every lesson. I am not ashamed of who I've been because it's made me who I am. Because the most dignified thing you can do at this stage of life is stand tall in your own truth. No more pretending. No more minimizing yourself to make others comfortable. No more explaining yourself to people who could never understand. This is your life. This is your story. This is your time to live it unapologetically. So tonight, promise yourself, I am done apologizing for who I've become. And I choose to live every day from here on out with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they've earned their place in this world. And you have. You've more than earned it. Let's get real about something nobody likes to admit. For too many years of your life, you let other people write the rules. You let them set the tone. You let them take and take and take because you thought that's what good people do. You stayed quiet to keep the peace. You stayed small so others could shine. You said yes when your heart screamed no because you were taught to believe everyone else's happiness mattered more than your own. And where did that leave you? Exhausted, overextended, invisible in your own life. But here's the truth: your peace, your dignity, your self-respect, they are not optional. They are not negotiable. They are not for debate. The older you get, the more you realize time is short. Energy is precious. And not everyone deserves access to you. Just because someone's known you for 20 years doesn't mean they're entitled to drain you for 20% more. Just because they call you family doesn't mean they get to disrespect you. Or just because they're used to walking all over you doesn't mean you have to keep lying down. You've paid your dues, you've been kind, you've been patient, you've done more than your share, and now it's your turn to say, no, I will not tolerate that tone anymore. No, I will not keep bending over backwards for someone who refuses to meet me halfway. No, you don't get to talk to me that way. Not anymore. Not ever again. Because boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are doors, and you decide who gets to walk through. So don't feel guilty for cutting ties with people who only show up when they need something. Don't feel guilty for saying no without explaining yourself. Don't feel guilty for choosing your peace over someone else's drama. This is not selfish. This is survival. This is self-respect. This is dignity in action. So from this moment on, I want you to remind yourself every day, I am allowed to take up space. I am allowed to say no. I am allowed to protect my peace, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. Because the people who truly love you, they'll respect your boundaries. And the people who don't, they were never really in your corner anyway. This is your life now, and no one gets to run it but you. So stand up, speak up, and set your boundaries like your life depends on it, because it does. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you just stopped? I don't mean stopping because you were tired, or stopping because you ran out of energy, or stopping because someone forced you to. I mean stopping on purpose to sit with yourself, to breathe, to listen, to just be. We live in a world that keeps telling you to move faster, be more, do more, post more, prove more. It shouts at you that if you're not busy, you're falling behind. If you're not producing, you're wasting time. If you're not constantly chasing something or someone, you don't matter. But let me tell you the truth. That noise, that pressure, that race to nowhere, it's killing your peace. And your peace is where your dignity lives, your self-respect, your joy, because you cannot feel calm in here points to heart if you're constantly chasing out there. Peace doesn't come from fixing the world. It comes from quieting the war inside yourself. And that means you have to practice stillness. Even if it feels strange at first, even if it makes you uncomfortable, even if the world tries to guilt you into staying busy. So what does stillness look like? It's sitting with your coffee in the morning and noticing how it smells, how it feels warm in your hands. It's taking a walk without your phone. It's turning off the news for a night and just listening to the sound of your own breath. It's letting yourself feel your feelings instead of pushing them down. And here's the miracle. When you start practicing stillness, you realize you already have everything you thought you were chasing. You already have worth. You already have love. You already have permission to rest. Stillness teaches you that you don't have to earn your right to exist. You just exist, and that's enough. So tonight, make yourself this promise. I will stop chasing noise and start creating space. I will sit with myself even when it's uncomfortable, because my peace matters, because the world will keep trying to pull you into the chaos. It will keep trying to convince you you're only as good as what you produce. But you know better now. You know your power isn't out there, it's in here. And all you have to do to find it is get still enough to hear it again. Peace doesn't happen by accident, it happens by choice. And tonight you choose peace. I want you to really feel this tonight, because too many people forget. Just because you've lived a long life doesn't mean your best years are behind you. You hear the world whisper, at your age, why bother? Why try? Just settle, just sit back, or just let it go. And maybe you've even started to believe that voice yourself. But I'm here to tell you that voice is wrong. You are not finished. You are not done growing. You are not done living, not even close. Because the secret to feeling alive, no matter how many birthdays you've celebrated, is to keep moving forward, to keep becoming, to keep growing. You see, it's not age that makes people feel old. It's stagnation. It's sitting still. It's convincing yourself that who you are today is all you'll ever be. But the moment you stop stretching yourself, the moment you stop learning, the moment you stop daring, that's when you start shrinking. So here's the truth. You don't stop growing because you get old. You get old because you stop growing. And you don't have to. What does growth look like at this stage of your life? It doesn't have to mean climbing Mount Everest or starting a new company. It can mean taking up painting just because it makes you feel free. It can mean learning a new language to exercise your mind. It can mean traveling somewhere you've never been, even if it's just the next town over. It can mean mentoring someone younger who needs your wisdom. It can mean falling in love with your own body again after years of ignoring it. Growth doesn't care how old you are. Growth doesn't care how much you've already achieved. Growth only asks, are you willing to try something new? So tonight, I want you to declare it, I am not done yet. I will not sit still and shrink. I will keep growing, keep learning, keep reaching, because my best is still ahead of me. Don't let anyone tell you it's too late. Don't let yourself believe you've missed your chance, because every single day you wake up, you're being given the greatest gift of all, another opportunity to grow. And when you keep growing, you keep living. And when you keep living, you keep proving to yourself and to the world, you haven't even seen the best of me yet. So take that next step. Start small if you need to, but promise yourself tonight you will not stop becoming, because as long as you're alive, you're not done. I want you to sit with this thought for a moment. You've spent too many years of your life letting the wrong people sit in the front row of your story. People who drained you, people who doubted you, people who only showed up when they needed something. People who couldn't clap when you won because your success reminded them of everything they refused to become. And yet, you kept letting them stay because you didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, because you thought loyalty meant tolerating disrespect, because you thought their approval mattered more than your peace. But here's the truth you need to hear tonight, and it might sting at first. Not everyone who started with you is meant to finish with you. Not everyone who claims to love you knows how to respect you, and not everyone who has access to you deserves it. And here's something even bigger. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. You don't owe anyone an apology for choosing your dignity. You don't owe anyone your energy just because they've gotten used to having it. You have earned the right to be selective, to decide who gets the best of you and who doesn't get you at all. So tonight, I want you to take inventory. Who in your life lifts you up? Who challenges you to grow? Who sees you, really sees you, and loves you anyway? Keep those people close, and the ones who make you doubt yourself, the ones who only call when they need something, the ones who criticize more than they care, you owe them nothing. You don't have to make a scene. You don't have to fight. You don't have to explain. You can simply let them go, because the company you keep either feeds your soul or starves it, and your soul deserves to be fed. So tonight, promise yourself this: I will no longer keep people in my life who cost me my peace. I will surround myself with those who see me, respect me, and bring out the best in me, and I will not feel guilty about letting the rest go. Your circle doesn't have to be big. It just has to be real, because at this stage of your life, you've learned something invaluable. It's not about how many people you can please. It's about how fully you can live, surrounded by the few who truly deserve to be close. Choose wisely and never apologize for it. So here we are. We've walked through the steps. We've talked about what it takes to live this chapter of your life with dignity, with peace, with self-respect. And now it's your turn to choose, because here's the thing. The world may never stop trying to convince you you're too old to grow, too old to dream, too old to walk away from what doesn't serve you and walk boldly toward what does. But let me tell you something, you're not too old. You're finally free. You are finally free to stop proving yourself. You are finally free to stop asking for permission. You are finally free to stop settling for crumbs and start claiming the feast you've always deserved. You've earned this. Every scar, every tear, every sleepless night, they were not for nothing. They shaped you, they seasoned you, they gave you the kind of quiet strength you can't fake, can't buy, can't manufacture. And now, it's your time to rise. Stop looking back. Stop waiting for someone else to tell you you're allowed to shine. Stop playing small to make others comfortable. Your golden years are not about fading away. They're about burning brighter than ever before, because now you finally know who you are. So tonight, I want you to decide that you will own your story unapologetically, that you will set boundaries and honor them without guilt, that you will embrace stillness and find peace within yourself, that you will keep growing because you are not done yet, that you will choose your circle and protect your energy fiercely, and most of all, that you will stop living for everyone else and start living for you. Because here's the truth. There is no trophy for sacrificing your joy. There is no prize for staying quiet when you deserve to speak. There is no medal for staying small when you were born to take up space. So take up space. Speak your truth. Walk with your head high, and don't let anyone, not even your own doubts, make you forget who you are. Your golden years don't have to be quiet. They don't have to be timid. And they damn sure don't have to be spent pleasing everyone but yourself. You've got more life to live. You've got more love to give to yourself, to the people who matter, to the world. And you've got a light in you that was never meant to go out. So tonight I dare you, no, I challenge you to shine. Shine louder, shine stronger, shine in a way that makes the whole damn room stop and say, look at her, she's just getting started. Because you are. These are your golden years. And the only question left is, what are you going to do with them? The answer, my friend, is entirely up to you. Now go live like you deserve to.